This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm delighted to be joined by the bounty hunter, Michael Hunter, in Essex, in a shopping centre of all places. Michael, first and foremost, before we get down to boxing talk, how are you?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Excellent. Now, what brings you to a shopping centre in Essex? As I've just mentioned, very surprised to bump into you here today. We've just had an open workout for the boxing, but just a bit of downtime in the UK for yourself?
Yeah, just a little downtime. I heard Andy Dubois was going to be in the area, and this is an open workout, so I just come here to just, kill some time for myself.
Now, obviously, we last saw you in the ring out in Dubois on the Ruiz-Joshua 2 undercard against Alexander Povetkin, ended in a draw. Always debate with scorecards when they're that close. Do you feel you've done enough to win the fight? A lot did.
Yeah, I think I did enough to win the fight. I've been getting a lot of support by that as well. People think I won the fight. But, I said this before that I'm not really the judges. I can't, I don't make the decisions. So my best thing is to do my job the best I can. And, I thought I did definitely enough to pull off the W. But the refs didn't see it that way. So there's some things I got to work on.
Obviously, talk about the fight itself. You came out the blocks absolutely flying. We've seen you make fast starts in the past, but nothing quite like that. Did you feel you had him badly hurt there, and do you think you could have got him out there as well in hindsight?
I thought I did, but I did my best that I could, and he was able to hold and wrestle a little bit, and was able to keep me off of him just enough until he could recover. So I think I did just enough as far as trying to put the pressure on, but. He was a vet, and, he let me know that he wasn't fully ready to go yet.
How did you rate Alexander Povetkin's power? We always talk about him as being one of the better little men of the division, so to speak, alongside yourself. How do you rate his power?
Yeah, he's a very powerful guy. He keeps his power all the way through the 12th round. It's the way he throws his punches and, the style of the way he, sets up his attacks and stuff like that, trying to hit you on the top of the head and when you don't see it, which is like the most devastating punches and stuff like that. So he's definitely a strong puncher. I also think it has a lot to do with technique, because he's not the biggest guy in the world, but, he's a veteran. He's been fighting for a long time. He's been fighting that heavyweight for a long time. So he's definitely respectable and credible. And, I just did my best to, do what I can, and I thought I definitely did enough to win.
Now, you're someone that's forged a bit of a reputation for not ducking any challenge. We saw you throwing your hat in the ring to fight Andy Joshua. What comes next for you in 2020? People talk about Povetkin rematch, and there's so many other fights out there, though. What interests you at this point?
Actually, I want to just bring some fights back to London, England, and hopefully fight there soon. I'm not sure exactly what opponent, but somebody that the fans would like and enjoy, watching fireworks.
Do you feel at this point that going into 2020, if you manage to get a fight, like you said, that fans want to see, do you feel you're on the cusp now with that world title shot?
Absolutely. I think I'm breaking, people are starting to recognize me. I'm breaking those top 10, top 5, rankings and stuff like that. So I think it's just only a matter of time. 2020 is going to be a great year for boxing just in general, and personally for me as well. So I'm excited about 2020, and I can't wait.
Just talk about a couple other matters before I let you go, Michael, because I appreciate it's late and you're not here to talk to me. We were here for Daniel Dubois. As you mentioned, he was here doing his open workout ahead of his fight on Saturday night. How much have you seen of Daniel, and how highly do you rate him as a heavyweight?
Oh, man, I think he's awesome. To be that big, strong, young, and have the talent that he does, he has a lot of potential. I'm saying? He's, 21. He's like a baby in the sport right now. So he has nothing but growth, and he's already at a good state. I'm saying? He's pretty much about to crack the top 10 as well. So to watch him grow and, to see him progress is going to be something, a sight to see, because he's so young, but he's so advanced already.
Behind the top tier of heavyweights, the world champions and the contenders, the likes of yourself as well, do you see him as the best up-and-comer in the heavyweight division?
Definitely one of the guys that's coming up, and I could see a bright future for him. I think 2020, like I said, is going to be a big year. I think he's definitely going to put his name in there, put his name in the hat come 2020, and be more prominent and more to talk about.
Just to touch on the main event from your fight out in Dubois, Michael, obviously we saw Andy Joshua reclaiming his unified heavyweight championship, a fight you made noises about, but I appreciate you were a bit busy on the night with a fight of your own. Have you seen the fight at all?
No, I didn't. I did get to see a little clips in the back when I was, in there doing my drug and use VADA testing. I seen enough that, and I heard that he was able to keep his distance and keep that same pace that from the beginning that I saw. So, I thought he did a great job. It's very hard to, keep yourself maintained and stay disciplined. He did exactly what he needed to do to win.
Now, with the WBC belt tied up between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, we know they'll be facing each other in February. Joshua's got a mandatory situation to deal with. But in terms of your route to a world title, is he where your crosshairs are at this point in time? Anthony Joshua is someone you're looking at for the coming year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I'm inching closer and closer. I don't think Eddie Hearn will take so many risks as far as fighting, across the pond, fighting, other promotional companies and stuff like that, unless it's, it's worthy of it. So, I'm with Matchroom and DAZN, so I think we could be hearing me getting a fight with Anthony soon at some point.
Just to touch on Andy Ruiz, Michael. Obviously, after the fight, we heard all the things coming out, like him saying maybe I should have listened to my coach more, and maybe the lifestyle got to me away from boxing. You were in camp with him. On the back of the fight, do you think it might have been better just to maintain a bit of a silence?
I think Andy Ruiz is an honest person, and I think he's just trying to be honest with him, his team, and his fans and everybody. So I don't think it's necessarily bad. I've been saying this. I think most of his weight issues came when they went to Saudi Arabia. Being a heavyweight, you're out there trying to get adjusted to the climate and the weather and the time change. But we don't have to be so conscious and particular about how we eat and what we eat. It was him defending his title was his first time defending the title. It's always a harder fight to defend the title than to actually get it. So I think it was just his inexperience, of having the title and being, as prominent as who he was. And, I think it just comes with a learning lesson. I wouldn't write Andy off at all. He's a natural fighter at heart, and I think he's going to come back better than ever.
Final one before I let you shoot, Michael. Year's coming to a close. We're about to draw closer to 2020. How do you reflect upon your year in and out of the ring in 2019?
I thought it was a good one. It was a busy year for me. I think I kind of, I rushed things as far as, putting my fights so close together. Hopefully this 2020 will be a little different, but I wouldn't take nothing back. I don't regret anything. All the fights that I've done in the last year and a half has got me to where I'm at right now. So look for me in 2020.
Michael, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to Boxing Social. Enjoy your Christmas, and we'll catch you next year when you get yourself a fight.
Appreciate it.